Hello, everyone. This is Demia Avery of the Demia Avery Show. So, listen, they had the hits, they had the moment, they had record label deals. They were the ish back then. Everybody talked about them, everybody talked about their song, sang their song, couldn't wait for their videos to come on, all of that. And then they just disappeared. So today we're going to talk about just a few. We're going to talk about Moke and Steph. We're going to talk about Groove Theory. Who else? Rough Ends, Ideal, As Yet. We're going to talk about these groups and let's see what really happened.
Lights, camera, action. Let's shine tonight. Big dreams, big names, and the vibe feels right. We talk passion, purpose, power, and goals. Stories you ain't never been told. It's the Demia Avery Show.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining back in with me today. We're going to talk about some of the groups in the 90s. Now, if you're a 90s child, well, not necessarily a 90s baby, but if you were like in your teenage years, going into your college years, or even some adult years, you enjoyed the music. It was all about the lyrics. It was the performance. Hey, it was the performance. It was about a lot of groups. It was about harmony, and you'd have to actually be able to sing. And it was just you had to get on stage and you had to put on some type of performance, before things changed a little bit. But the 90s was absolutely one of my favorite eras of music. Now, for every artist that became legends like Boys to Men, I'm going to say Drew Hill because they're legends to me. People like that. For every legends, there were also those that made a great impact with one or two songs. You might have seen them do a little tour here and there, but their main thing was those one or two songs. But even when you hear them now, they bring back memories. So I want to get straight into that and tell a little bit about why they may have disappeared. All right, let's go. Okay, so first up, we have Moke and Steph. Y'all remember the song? He's mine. You might have had him once, but I got him all the time. You can't sleep at night. Do 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 do. And that whole thing was a groove. Do 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 do. I love Moke and Steph. Hey guys, so let's talk a little bit about Moke and Steph. Now, the name Moke and Steph wasn't just random. It was the first two letters of their names, Monifa, Kenya, and Stephanie. These three were signed to Outburst Records and gave us one of the biggest hits of the mid-90s. But after that, silence. Now, why they vanished? Well, allegedly, it wasn't their fault. It was the business. Their label struggled to promote a second single, and by the time they were ready for album number 2, the buzz had died and the label situation got messy. Allegedly, they were dropped, disbanded, and reportedly went back to their regular lives. A true one-hit wonder in every sense of the word. All right, next up we have the group As Yet. Oh man, the harmonies was amazing. Last night I was inside of you. Yeah, last night while I made love to you, I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains and the rivers. I saw heaven when I make sweet love to you. I know I got the words wrong, but here we go anyway. All right, guys. So the next group is As Yet. Now, these guys have vocals that can melt butter. Between Last Night and their cover, Hard to Say I'm Sorry, they were everywhere in the 90s, and they even went platinum. Now, why they vanished? It's a lot of rumors, a lot of people saying things. I don't know, but allegedly it was ego and lineup changes. Their lead singer, Mark Nelson, who was originally in Boys to Men, by the way, left the group early to go solo. So losing the lead, I mean, all of them had great voices, so any one of them them could lead, but I don't know if that just kind of just stirred the pot a little bit. But combine that with the constant restructuring at LaFace Records in the 90s, they kind of got lost in the shuffle. They have reunited in various forms over the years, and they're still phenomenal, but they never just recaptured that original 1996 magic. Now I remember when this song came out, I was like, man, their vibe. It's more about their vibe. But Amel Larue, is that her name? Oh my gosh, that chick knows she could sing. Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I wanna make it good for you. 'Cause you blow my mind. I promise, boy, that I'll be true. You're the perfect find, so tell me if you want me to. Ooh, I've been doing my own thing. Love is how, love is fun and high. I'm having bad timing. And to my surprise, I know y'all want to hear from them, so here we go. All right, so how about a little groove theory? Yes, Amel Larue and Bryce Wilson. Yes, they were great lookers, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, they had impeccable chemistry. Their 1995 hit "Tell Me" was smooth, cool, and different. Everyone was waiting for the second album to take over the world, but it just never happened. Why did they vanish? Allegedly, this is the classic case of the breakout star. Amel Larue wanted to pursue her own creative path, and she left the group in 1999 for a solo career. Bryce actually tried to replace her with a new singer named Makita Davis and recorded a second album called The Answer, but the label, they shelved it. Without Amel, the theory just didn't work. Amel went on to having a great solo career, while Bryce moved into acting and production. Okay, so the next group up, look, this was one of my favorite summer songs. Man, I didn't know all the words to it, but I sure knew the beat. No more shopping sprees, no more late night creeps, no more. Y'all remember that? Yes, 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 Rough Ends. Let's talk about them. All right, y'all. So here we go. Rough Ends. Yes. So David Da Vinci Chance and Dante Chai Jordan had the streets on lock in 2000 with the song No More. They actually scored a second hit with Someone to Love You, proving they weren't just a fluke. Why they vanished? Well, allegedly, creative differences split this duo right down the middle in 2004. David wanted to focus on urban gospel and inspirational music, while Chai wanted to stay R&B. They went their separate ways for a decade, but there is a happy ending here. They put their differences aside, reunited around 2016, and are actually touring and releasing music again. So this one is a disappearance that actually got solved. I love it. All right, guys. So this was the perfect song for people that was like, go ahead and you better get on. You better go ahead. I ain't trying to hear what you got to say. Y'all remember, think you better leave me alone, pack your bags, get the hell on. Yeah, Ideal. Let's see what happened with Ideal. All right, y'all. So this is the last group of the day. Now, this quartet out of Houston is called Ideal. So they seem ready for the long haul. They look the part and they sound the part. But after their debut album, they completely ghosted us. Why they vanished? Well, the rumors are, and allegedly, the industry is cruel. Ideal was signed to Virgin Records right when the label was going through massive changes in their urban division. When executives get fired, the groups they sign often get shelved as well. Ideal got caught in that whole thing, and they were unable to release music, but unable to leave as well. They quietly disbanded, and unlike other groups, they haven't made much noise about a reunion. All right, guys. So I hope you have fun today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we're going to have much more fun, more episodes like this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.